For all of us, life is a journey. One that we did not choose to embark upon, but one that we are all forced to take. Although it was not our choice to be put on this journey, it is up to us what we do as we walk our respective paths. For many of us at this fine university, we are taught the importance of a solid education by our parents. We are taught to work hard, and only then would we find success. But not many people stop to think about why exactly we do anything at all. What is the purpose of it all? Why are we here? For the past few centuries, these are the exact questions that famous philosophers attempted to answer. One of these philosophers, Albert Camus, looked at the sheer absurdity of life. He came to terms with the fact that life was totally pointless. But if this is true, how would people still continue to find purpose in their lives? After watching the video, The Missing Scarf, especially this specific part, I began to ask myself the same questions.
Oceans, mountains, planets, they all come and go in the mere blink of an eye. If we do manage to survive the combined threats of global warming, internal cooling, a dwindling magnetic field, asteroids, solar flares, rogue black holes, nothing changes the fact that our sun continues on an inevitable countdown to death. Even if we did manage to flee to distant stars, they're all equally marching toward their own annihilation. Time and events work to destroy all we have ever comprehended. The decay of all matter as we know it. The decay of all life as we know it. One really has to wonder, what is the point of anything? Why continue? Why progress? Life, even in its most advanced state, is doomed to non-existence. Why? Why go on?
I was curious. I'm surrounded by so many ambitious people. How do we constitute putting in so much time and energy into working hard when at some level it's all worthless? I decided to look into this matter myself by interviewing students around campus on why they do what they do.
Okay,
Well,
It's a great question.
Indeed, it is a great question, and it's also a tough one too. So, on a more serious note, let's see what people actually said.
Well, the way I look at it is I relate life to a video game I used to play when I was younger. You start off as this little ball, and you roll through cities and towns, and you gather things. Things become a part of you, like a bench, or you grow bigger and bigger so you can get cars, and then you can later get buildings, and you just grow bigger and bigger until you win. And I relate this to life as in, you start off as a little ball, and the experiences you have and share with others slowly become a part of you, and you grow bigger and bigger and have more experiences. And for example, I had an ex-girlfriend. We dated. She was a big part of my ball. She helped me grow, and we broke up. And now she's no longer part of my life, but she's a part of my ball, and I still have experiences from that. And the point of life is just to grow that ball and help others grow their ball and share experiences with people.
because we're all in the same boat, so we might as well sort of work together to achieve mutual happiness for everyone's.
Well, I do what I do because if I don't do what I do, I feel like regret after it.
So why I do what I do is to kind of follow that track of doing the right thing and working hard while I do it. So when I do that, I feel good about it, and I proceed to kind of go through that cycle.
I need to succeed in what I do now so that I can succeed later in being happy.
I think that I was put here for a purpose by God, and so I basically just act to try and glorify Him and do what I can to make the world a better place.
the world's going to come to an end, but I think there's still people living on it right now, and they're going to go through everything that I've been going through. So I think if I were to leave it better for these people and I would help the people while I'm here, that's probably why I do what I do, really.
Well, I mean, if everything's going to end, then I don't see why we need to make the world a better place, because it's just going to go away, like, in the long run. So, I mean, I just do what makes myself feel better.
Our good deeds, our works can't save us. It's Jesus Christ alone that saves, okay? And this is the whole reason for our existence, to glorify God, our Savior Jesus Christ, God in the flesh.
Given that you have very finite amount of time, you have to use that time to do cool shit because that's all you have. So
basically, we do what our previous generation did. That is, we're trying to get a good education to make a lot of money because that's what society views as successful, and so that's what we do.
I guess I do it just so I can leave some sort of legacy and to give back to the people. It really means a lot. And if you're always thinking about when your end is coming or that something is going to end, then you really don't appreciate the present.
So after hearing what people had to say, one may think that the countless philosophers that came before us were inherently mistaken. In reality, much like the rest of us, they were all attempting to answer an unexplainable question in their own way. The true beauty of the meaning of life is that it is subjective for each person. The key is thinking to yourself and finding your own purpose. All of us have our own unique viewpoints, and that is how we find our own understanding of why we do what we do.